Good afternoon, students. In this lecture number 27th of electronics, we will discuss the mathematical analysis of half-wave rectifier. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about average value of load current, root mean square value of load current, and efficiency of half-wave rectifier. And in this lecture, we will discuss about ripple factor. That what is this ripple factor in case of half-wave rectifier. Actually, you have seen that in efficiency, it converts only 40.6% of the supplied power into DC power. And when you see the output waveform of this half-wave rectifier, it is a pulsating DC because the output voltage is not constant. It is variable over one half cycle, and then for the second half cycle there is no output, and then for the next half cycle again it is varying. So it means the voltage is not constant. So our output voltage or output current, it is not pure DC. So the load current and output current in case of half-wave rectifier, it is not purely DC, but it contains DC components as well as AC components. But we need only DC. It means the AC components of the load current, they are known as ripples, means fluctuations. And the measure of these AC components, which are the fluctuating components of the output of the half-wave rectifier, it is known as ripple factor. So with the help of ripple factor, we are able to measure the amount of AC component present in DC. And this measure is known as ripple factor. It is denoted by gamma. And mathematically, it is defined as the ratio of the AC component to the DC component of load current. It is the ratio of AC component of the load current to the DC component of load current. So here we will check that what is the amount of AC component present in the output current and what is the amount of DC component present in the output current. And after calculating the amount of AC component present in the output current, it will be clear to us that this half-wave rectifier, it is a good device to convert AC into DC, or is it a bad device or a poor device to convert AC into DC. One thing is efficiency. Its efficiency is very small. Out of 100% of the consumed power, it only converts 40.6% of its AC power into DC. So its efficiency is small. And second thing is ripple factor. We will calculate ripple factor, that is it possible that what is the amount of AC component present in the output of the half-wave rectifier. So it is gamma. We will calculate value of gamma, which is the ratio of IAC and IDC. And we have calculated IDC and we have calculated root mean square current. And the root mean square current, the square of root mean square current, it is the square of AC current plus the square of DC current. From this you can calculate the value of IAC. It will be IAC square, it is equal to IRMS square minus IDC square. Then calculate IAC. IAC will be square root of root mean square minus IDC square. Now put this value in this equation 1. So put value of IRMS in equation 1, we will get gamma. It will be IAC, value of IAC will be IRMS square minus IDC square divided by IDC. Now simplify this. How? take IDC square common and we will have IRMS square upon IDC square minus 1 upon IDC. Square of IDC and square root of this. It will be square root and square, it will be cancelled out with each other. So we will get IDC square root of IRMS square by IDC square minus 1 upon IDC. IDC and IDC will be cancelled out. So we will have this gamma ripple factor. It is root of IRMS square upon IDC square minus 1. Now put the value of IRMS we have calculated. It was I naught by 2 and IDC was I naught by pi. Suppose this as equation 2. We know that we have already calculated in the previous article or in the previous video that IRMS, it is equal to I naught by 2 and IDC, it is equal to I naught by pi. So put both these values in equation 2 to calculate the value of ripple factor, that is gamma. So gamma is square root of I naught square by 4 upon I naught square by pi square minus 1. So I naught square will be cancelled out. So we have pi square by 4 minus 1. And put this pi is equal to 3.14, then its square divided by 4, then minus 1, and then taking square root of the quantity, you will get gamma, and this gamma, it comes out to be 1.21. So ripple factor, it is 1.21 gamma, and gamma is equal to IAC by IDC. Gamma, it is equal to IAC by IDC, and it comes out to be 1.21. So from here we can conclude that IAC is equal to 1.21 of IDC, and this implies IAC, it is greater than IDC. So what it implies, that AC component in the load current is greater than the DC component in the load current. So this implies output of half wave rectifier contains more AC component than DC component. So this implies half wave rectifier is a poor device or circuit. It is a poor device or circuit in converting AC into DC. So from the efficiency, that is only 40.6%, and the ripple factor, which is greater than 1, or you can say that as the value of the ripple factor is greater than 1, from this we can conclude that the AC component is more than the DC component present in the output of the rectifier, and the function and the principle of rectifier is to convert AC into DC. It means it is not fully fulfilling its use. So that's why half wave rectifier is a poor device in converting AC into DC. So next is frequency components. Frequency components means AC components in the half wave rectifier output. what type of AC components are present in the output of the half wave rectifier. And AC components, they will have particular frequency, that's why they are also known as frequency components in the output of the half wave rectifier. According to Fourier analysis, the expression of output current which we have studied, that I is equal to I naught sin omega t, that is general, this current I is equal to I naught sin omega t, it is the instantaneous value of current and it is the input current. Then what will be the DC value of current? DC value of current is I naught by pi. According to the working, the output of half wave rectifier contains only this component, must contain only this component IDC, which is equal to I naught by pi. But according to the Fourier analysis, the output current of the half wave rectifier, it does not only include this I naught by pi term, but it also includes the sine terms, the frequency components, which create fluctuation and give rise to the fluctuating DC or pulsating DC. So according to the Fourier analysis, the output current in the half wave rectifier is, it must be equal to I is equal to I naught by pi, but it actually contains more components, but those are AC components. So I is equal to I naught 1 by pi, this is DC component I naught by pi, and there are other AC components, those are I naught by 2 sin omega t, 2 I naught by 3 pi cos omega t, minus 2 I naught by 15 pi cos 4 omega t, and so on. So here this component, this first component, this is the DC component, which is the required component, only required component of the output, DC component of output current, and all these are AC components because they are having frequency. This component is having frequency omega, that is nu. Frequency of this component is 2 omega, means 2 nu. Frequency of this component is 4 nu, and so on. So all these are the AC components or ripple components because these are creating pulsating DC, fluctuation in the output. So these are AC or ripple components present in the output. Output. So next we will discuss that what is peak inverse voltage. What is peak inverse voltage? This question is very important from very short answer type questions. Inverse voltage means it is a voltage during reverse bias diode. Peak means it is the peak value of the voltage, or you can say that maximum voltage. So it is the maximum voltage that any diode can tolerate or any diode can withstand without being breaking down when it is reverse biased. Without breaking down, any diode, if it can withstand any value of voltage, then that value of maximum voltage, it is known as peak inverse voltage or PIV. So on every diode there is certain value written, certain value of voltage that is written on the diode, because that value is the value of the peak inverse voltage. That is the maximum value that a diode can withstand without being broken. So the maximum voltage that a diode can withstand when it is reverse biased, it is known as peak inverse voltage, and it is also known as PIV. And a diode, it should not be subjected or it should not be supplied the voltage greater than the value which is being written on it to save it from getting damaged. It means बच्चे ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ diode ਨੂੰ जिन्नी ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ वैल्यू जो है वो मैंशन है कि इन्नी वोल्टेज तो ज़्यादा अगर तुसी इनू वोल्टेज दोगे तो डायोड है जी की हो जाएगी, बर्न हो जाएगी, डैमेज हो जाएगी, बिकॉज लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ करंट विल फ्लो थ्रू इट. एंड वो जो वैल्यू मैंशनड है दैट इज पीक इनवर्स वोल्टेज, दैट इज द मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज विच रिवर्स वोल्टेज विच यू कैन सप्लाई एंड विच डायोड कैन विदस्टैंड. So in case of half wave rectifier, during the negative half cycle of AC input, we know that diode is reverse biased, and during that time no current flows through the load resistance RL, and if current through load resistance RL is 0, it means voltage drop across RL will also be 0. So output is 0 in that case. So where will the whole input voltage go? The entire input voltage, it will drop across the diode. It means during reverse bias, the voltage across the diode will be equal to the peak value of the secondary voltage, peak value of the voltage across the secondary coil of the transformer, and that is V0. Peak value of the applied voltage is V0. So the maximum voltage which a diode can withstand in a case of half wave rectifier, it is V0. So V0 is the peak inverse voltage in case of half wave rectifier. So it is peak inverse voltage is the voltage across the diode in case of half wave rectifier, and it is V0. So this is all about peak inverse voltage. Next we will discuss voltage regulation. What is voltage regulation? Voltage regulation means regulated output voltage, or the specific output value of the voltage, it is maintained with the variation in the load resistance. Means अगर तुसी load resistance नू vary भी कर रहे हो, even then जो तुहाडी output voltage है, it is maintained at some desired level. That is known as voltage regulation. ਹੁਣ बच्चे ਅਸੀਂ चेक करेंगे that what is the voltage regulation in case of half wave rectifier, कि की half wave rectifier voltage regulate करदा है या नहीं. So this voltage regulation in half wave rectifier, its general definition is the ability of any rectifier to maintain a constant specified output voltage at any desired level with a variation in load resistance RL, and it is given by this mathematical expression that voltage regulation, it is equal to the ratio of voltage at no load, output voltage at no load. No load means at this time our load resistance will be infinite and our output terminal will be a open circuit. So this is voltage at no output voltage at no load, means no load resistance is connected across the circuit of half wave rectifier, and this is voltage at full load. During this time RL will be connected in the circuit and to the voltage at full load. N means no, L for load, F means full, L for load. So now we will calculate the value of this voltage regulation in case of half wave rectifier. So for this we will calculate the value of VNL, VFL, and then we'll put those values in this equation. So suppose this equation as equation 1. So for half wave rectifier, we know that our DC output voltage will be the product of DC current and the load resistor, and this DC current IDC, this we have calculated, this is equal to I naught by pi. I naught is peak value of current, and this I naught, it is V naught by RF plus RL. So we have got this, move this RL to the denominator and we have this expression, and from here we will calculate the voltage at no load and voltage at full load. The voltage at no load, during no load condition, it means our output side is open circuit, means RL, load resistance, it is infinite. The output terminals are open. So in that case, if RL is infinite, then RF by infinity will be 0. So we have VDC is equal to V0 by pi. So this is the output voltage during no load. So this is VNL. So we have calculated output voltage at no load and it comes out to be V0 by pi. Now we will calculate voltage at full load. So for voltage at full load, we know that again output voltage is IDC by RL. IDC is I0 by pi. I0 is V0 by RF plus RL. Now we have this V0 by pi into add and subtract RF in the numerator. So we have VDC, it is equal to V0 by pi. This RF plus RL upon RF plus RL minus RF upon RF plus RL. This will be cancelled out. So we have VDC, it is equal to V0 by pi 1 minus RF upon RF plus RL. So this we have VDC, it is equal to V0 by pi minus V0 by pi into RF plus RL into RF, and this is the value of IDC. So we have VDC, it is equal to V0 by pi minus IDC RF. So now we know that we have already calculated voltage at no load, that is equal to VDC, and it is equal to V0 by pi. This we have already calculated. And voltage at full load, this we have just calculated, and it comes out to be V0 by pi minus IDC RF, that is voltage at full load, it is equal to V0 by pi minus I0 by pi. I0 is V0 upon RF plus RL. So now put both these values, this and this, in this equation of voltage regulation. So voltage regulation comes out to be V0 by pi minus V0 by pi minus V0 RF upon pi RF plus RL upon V0 by pi minus V0 by pi RF upon RF plus RL. So now take V0 by pi common from the numerator as well as from the denominator. It will be cancelled out, and what is left here? 1 minus into this minus 1, minus minus will be plus, and we have RF upon RF plus RL, and in the denominator we have 1 minus RF upon RF plus RL. Now take LCM. In case of denominator, we will have RF upon RF plus RL upon, after taking LCM, RF plus RL minus RF upon RF plus RL. So this RF minus RF, it will be cancelled out. This RF plus RL, this RF plus RL, it will be cancelled out, and we have only left with RF by RL. So voltage regulation of half wave rectifier, it comes out to be RF by RL. So voltage regulation in the case of half wave rectifier, it comes out to be RF by RL. In terms of percentage, we will multiply it with 100. So you can clearly see that this RF, it is very small as compared to RL. So therefore voltage regulation is poor. Voltage regulation power of half wave rectifier is very poor. So that's all about half wave rectifier. In the next lecture we will discuss numericals and then we'll start with full wave rectifier.